Welcome back to Dayton, Ohio. Final game of the day. Midwest Region first round. Siena Saints out of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, 16-2 in that conference. And from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, seeded number 8. Winner of this one will take on top-seeded Louisville on Sunday. And Ohio State and Siena, the head coach at Siena in his fourth season, Fran McCaffrey. Let's check the starting lineups now for the Saints. Up front, Ronald Moore, and back Kenny Hasbrook, and up front, Edwin Ubeles, Ryan Rossiter, and Alex Franklin. For the Ohio State Buckeyes, their starting 5 will include P.J. Hill, William Buford, and John Diebler, Evan Turner, and Dallas Lauderdale, and the head coach is Thad Matta in his 5th season as the head coach at Ohio State. Brian Kersey, Mike Kitts, Larry Spalding, the officials for this final game of the day from Dayton, Ohio. Tonight's game is brought to you in HD TV by Harris Corporation, the world leader in broadcast systems for high-definition television and mobile media. What do you think?
Well, the zone of Ohio State, it has great impact, but the nice thing Siena has going, they penetrate, they usually dribble very well, and they also flash. They should get good shots. Can they make them? And can the physicality of Ohio State wear them down? Those are the issues.
Franklin and Lauderdale at midcourt for the tip. Taken by Franklin and chased down just barely by the Siena Saints.
And right now, Brian Luckwitz, Ohio State goes zone with an occasional minute principle.
Oh, that's painful for you to have to admit.
The server is 3-2, and the middle has been open.
Off the glass. Rebound Saints.
And Franklin with that penetration. Nice cut. Look at these kids scrap. I love it. Everybody down.
Hell ball, possession arrow, Ohio State.
Well, you get those opportunities running around the rim. You've got to make them. You can just see the extra effort. Lauderdale, big, powerful guy.
P.J. Hill has moved into the starting lineup at the point. That Matta telling us yesterday that's primarily defensive.
And he does excite the team a little bit. And they've had some success with him there. Simmons playing well off the bench, and you can't leave Diebler alone. What a great shooter.
No.
It's a little early in the game. That would have been a jack in a couple more minutes.
Ronald Moore had let Diebler loose. Now he's right with him.
And Turner very good with the dribble. They assist him with a screen.
Leans in. Rossiter's there with a body. And a shot clock violation for Ohio State.
A pretty good trip there for Fran McCaffrey's guys. Excellent. Man-to-man.
Siena comes in with a record of 26-7 for the year and not afraid at all to take on the big guys.
Not at all is right over the years either.
Beat Vanderbilt in the opening game a year ago, and earlier this season lost 3 in a row down in a tournament in Florida, but it was to Tennessee and Oklahoma State. We've seen them both here. They played earlier today. They also lost at Pittsburgh and lost at Kansas, but they will beef up the schedule.
Pretty impressive names that they go against, and that's why this team is very loose, very confident club.
Franklin gives it off in the corner, jumper. Ronald Moore, no good.
A little shaky early. Moore can make that. Also great off the bounce. Exposing the zone becomes key. A little trap out of it.
Ubeles. We're still looking for our first field goal, and there it is. Rossiter with a short putback.
That's a great story. That kid has made himself into a player. Hard work.
3 games coming up. Cleveland State, Wake Forest, Robert Morris, Michigan State, and Wisconsin, Florida State. And we'll get you the tips of each of those in time. P.J. Hill, there's the defensive effort, but picks up a cheap foul.
How about Evans getting around the corner? I mean, Turner just a solid player. Face up, explosive, great strength at the rim. And here, just in case somebody's lingering bigger, uses that rim to ward off.
Ronald Moore, the 5'11" junior.
5'11"?
You think?
I think I think they're giving him a little. He plays bigger, though.
I'm giving you the media guide height, huh?
Nice hands in there. That time by Turner.
Diebler tracks it down.
Ubile's tried to use the dribble. He's going to be effective with that weapon.
Here's P.J. Hill. This is an Ohio State team that opened the season 9-0. But then, boy, they got waxed in their 10th game at home against West Virginia.
What a find.
Oh, my gracious, what a nice pass.
Yeah, and people forgot how good they were because West Virginia did put it to them that particular day, but not getting back before, and the zone was not set up. A magnificent delivery.
Testing to see if Hasbrook has any blood. Mike Kitt's chatting with him. No, everything's fine.
I think in your neighborhood, everybody maintained their chiclets. I just have that feeling. I think there were any bone-crushing bows at the playground, were there?
I don't think so. No, not at all.
It's tough on those ski slopes.
We live a modest life in Steamboat Springs. Here's Hasbrook.
Somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
What a career he's had, Kenny.
Yes.
Great story. He made himself into a terrific player.
First man recruited by Graham McCafferty.
We go a little zone here.
Hill. Franklin. Loose ball. Gets it in the hands of Ron Moore.
And look at Ross.
Oh, boy. A little too hard.
Didn't catch it, but a great run.
Buford. All the way.
How about that? Punch it home. Boy, terrific footwork and a great kick out to lead him.
Take another look at this. Evan Turner.
Giving it up early, so important. And let your wing guy finish. And these are two of the premier wings in the country, in Turner and Buford.
Edmund Ubiles will inbound for Siena. Rossiter back to Ubiles. That's for 3. Turner with a rebound. He leads this team in just about every statistical category, does Evan Turner.
Well, I'm arguing about whether he should have been a nice dish, huh? And Lauderdale. Having at that, Taylor made, or Evan made.
In the corner, jumper, no. Diebler tracks it down.
He has become a much better rebounder, too.
Known primarily as a shooter, of course. John Diebler, all-time high school leading scorer in Ohio high school history.
I think we surpassed Jay Burson, right? Great Ohio State player. Once again, a step through. Great look by Turner and Lauderdale with that big chest going right at the rim.
Boy, near perfect start for Thad Matta's Ohio State Buckeyes. They're up 8-3. B.J. Mullins getting ready to make his first appearance in the game. That one's tipped by Buford into the hands of Diebler. This time they'll slow it down.
And Fran McCaffrey said this zone is better. You can see the big hands cause that problem then.
Turner.
Once in a while, he dribbles it a little too much.
Diebler never did get a good position to the basket. Ronald Moore.
Keeping this guy out of the middle is key. Look at those dance steps. Oh, shake it. Pick it up. Get the janitor out. Goodness. He's an ankle breaker.
Ronald Moore averaging 9 per game. Now he picks up P.J. Hill. William Buford, really a talent.
Great looking prospect, you're right. And the Rossiter trying to sniff to try and help.
In the corner, P.J. Hill.
Nice hands.
Yes, it was. That one deflected by Ron Moore.
And Rossiter right to the rim.
Rejected by Turner.
How about that? You got to hustle back in that zone.
Pretty good pace in this game,
It sure is. No stoppage, really. Everybody inhaling right now. They like their post rubs and a late ball screen on occasion. And this is where he breaks you down.
Rebound to Franklin. Ubiles back outside. Ronald Moore. They look inside. Now Rossiter comes out to set the screen.
They don't foul much, Vern, in this zone, too. That certainly helps keep scores down. How about that?
Beauty.
Ubiles is a very talented player.
And Siena has tied it up. Wisconsin-Florida State coming up shortly, and we'll get you out to the tip in Boise, Idaho.
Good defense, cross screen handled, and puffing it up over dribbling.
Ronald Moore fires it a little too far behind Ubiles.
Well, a guy that has had a heck of a year defensively, Turner negating, and here the ability to bounce, dance, and find this partner, Lauderdale, in the sunshine.
Siena in the tournament for the second year in a row. Last year against Vanderbilt, opening round, March 21st. They dominated from the get-go, up by 12 at the half. Kenny Hasbrook had 30 points, Dave Fisher with 19. Edwin Ubiles and Ronald Moore had 11 each. And Siena knocked off Vanderbilt 83-62. Head coach Fran McCaffrey has the look of a pin grab, don't you think?
Well, he does, but it belies what the ticker has.
Yes.
And it's amazing. He overcame working with Digger Phelps all those years. It's utterly amazing how he could be that successful.
I wondered how you would get to mention it. Not only did he overcome working with Digger, he met his wife Margaret at Notre Dame.
A great player, as a matter of fact.
Yes, she was, and a 3-second violation.
Well, that's the first of the day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. 13:26 to go. 8-8. Siena and Ohio State.
And Thad Matta plays this zone. He just doesn't feel his team is good enough in their man-to-man. Mullen in the back now. He's got to know his position, point out, adjust. Once in a while, he'll get caught.
Baseline jumper, yes. Jackson, number 13, out of the timeout. That's Clarence Jackson, the sophomore. Ronald Moore still out there, so is Franklin. John Duell, number 12, comes out on the hedge, then has to hustle back B.J. Mullins. Oh, from the corner.
He's one of the wings we talk about. Buford's ability and medium range game as well, Vern, to complement that.
Here's Duell, spot up for 3.
How about this? Being out scrapped and hustled. Jackson, quick to the rim.
Jackson. There's Buford defensively. Jeremy Simmons, I beg your pardon, is on the floor as well for Ohio State, number 2.
And Duell very active on the baseline. Not the quickest of guys, but really knows how to play.
There's Mullins with his first rebound of the game. Outstanding freshman who grew up in Columbus, committed at least emotionally to Ohio State years ago. They'd like to keep him for a couple of years.
Yeah, they would. They've had some run with Odom, Conley, Cook, Kufus. I mean, those kids would all be eligible right now. Yes. Think about it.
Well, Matta would certainly advocate B.J. Mullins not entertaining or making a decision to go to the NBA. He thinks he needs another year.
He's got to learn how to play, begging for the ball. He's got a little hook around the rim, but he's a dunker. How about that? Not bad, not bad. He's playing a little turnaround jumper with that elevation.
B.J. Mullins, his first basket.
And then all of a sudden, the counter and not good defensive mobility.
Turner will inbound. Just a little bit of pressure applied by Alex Franklin. Ohio State by 3. Evan Turner.
Nice slip.
Foul, and Mullins will go to the free throw line.
They gave plenty of room there. That little setup.
Buford for 3 has provided the margin of difference. Take a look at the second line on the left side. Siena only 4 of 16 field goals. Here in the early going, you think that's the Ohio State zone defense?
Yeah, it's really given them some problems. I'm just surprised. I thought they'd get in the lane and make some passes, but maybe they're running their offense a little quickly. And also Mullins on the other end has done a very nice job. And you counter that with the wing people. You know, Turner and Buford are just terrific performers, unable to contain that.
B.J. Mullins at the line. This is not one of his strong points. 56% free throw shooter.
Well, you've had a good day predicting. Karnak, you're not.
Oh, goodness. 7-footer.
Big upside. This kid can really learn how to play.
Gets them both. And it's a 5-point Ohio State lead. This game, of course, being played in Dayton, less than an hour, about an hour away from Columbus. So it's almost a home game for Ohio State. You look around here, there's a sea of red. Now, it's a part of a combination of the Louisville team, but very few in green and gold. Long trip for Siena from Loudonville, New York.
And again, a quick shot at the other end, I thought, by Siena. Not enough touches. Make that zone work. I think they can get some things done.
Hasbrook knocks it out of bounds. CBSSports.com is your destination for up-to-the-minute NCAA tournament coverage. Real-time scoring and video highlights from every game at CBSSports.com.
And look at this pressure. We talked about Tennessee earlier today doing a great job on inbounds. A great combination there. Hasbrook as well as Clarence Jackson.
Kenny Hasbrook, senior, Capitol Heights, Maryland. Wignott is off the bench, number 31.
And I've enjoyed watching tape on him. He's gotten better. He can shoot it, not afraid to put it on the floor. Pretty good offensive-minded guy.
Here's Franklin in the lane.
They got the steps. No, they got the
I thought so too. Yeah. I thought they might be playing a little traveling music. Now I'm getting in touch with my inner Bill Rafter.
Well, that goes way back to the great Gleason, huh?
Buford's second foul. Walter Offit will come on, and Buford will sit down.
You know, when you run against the zone, you talk about patience, but just to set up cuts and find the holes does take a little bit of time. So if you shoot it real quick, it helps the zone become tougher to beat.
We are nearing the midway point. We have reached it.
And the carry.
Yep. There's a turnover. Well, Siena, the Saints, suburban Albany, enrollment 3,000. They are in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, the Eastern MAC, and their 5th NCAA appearance.
The Chancellor, the Commissioner's done a great job with that conference. Good clubs, good coaches as well. Fairfield, Loyola, to name a few. Niagara, of course, Fran beat them in the final.
That would be Fran McCaffrey, the head coach. Well, take a look at this. Ohio State with a student population of 52,000, second largest in the tournament. And Siena last, 3,000. That's because Davidson didn't make it in this year. They had the smallest student body last year.
And Ohio State seats over 100,000 in football. A little section could take care of Siena when you think of it, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, nice hustle here on the glass.
Turner, yes.
He's top. Very talented guy. Showing another dimension around the rim.
That's going to be Simmons with a push.
Now you need some activity, too, to provide a lift. If you get good shots, generally you can get some offensive rebounds because your premier players prepare themselves, hold off, anticipate where the caром's coming from.
This is a 9-2 run for the Buckeyes.
Nice trap. Good ball movement.
Wignott. Right side to Jackson for 3. Perfect.
Does that help, huh? Reverse it. You can get a lot more things accomplished if you're Siena.
Jackson cans the 3, and it's a 4-point margin for Ohio State. Winner goes up against Louisville on Sunday here in Dayton, Ohio. Diebler from the corner.
And they know he can make it. Wignott right out on him.
Hasbrook, Jackson, why not try it again? This time not there. Rossiter up in traffic and off the glass.
I'll tell you, this kid, I just admire him. Watching tape, he's become a better offensive player. It all started in Italy. He got a chance to start, came out of the gate with big numbers, double-doubles, a couple nights in a row. His confidence grew, and the coach's confidence as well.
Sophomore from Staten Island, not heavily recruited. Oh, yes.
Talking about Rossiter as well, Vern, his brother, terrific player at Davidson. And right here, you're going to see this, the little trap and then the ball moving around the corner. And you know what you love at the end of this? Look at the presentation by Rossiter, too. Just in case there's a post pass, but his ability around the rim to hustle, scrape, and finish got them going a little bit.
2-point game, 17-15, 8-18 to go first half. Hasbrook will walk it up. Pass in the corner. Jackson on the line.
Pretty good defense. Yeah, there's so many principles in his zone that are man-to-man. And that one was one of them. A tenet. Don't let the guy go baseline. Turn him. You get some help and support from the top.
That evens the turnovers at 6 apiece. 17-15 at the 8-minute mark. P.J. Hill back on the floor now, number 4. Here's Diebler.
And Vern, the zone has slowed them down a little bit. They're not as capable of beating you with the dribble, as I said.
Rossiter with a rebound. Here's Kenny Hasbrook. Picked up by P.J. Hill.
Well, not a good look.
Stolen.
Right?
Off it to Diebler. Well, can you tell he doesn't shoot much?
Well,
inside.
You know, Rossiter's hustle caused that problem, right?
Back outside. Jumper Hasbrook. Rebound Franklin.
He's their guy outside. Hasbrook unable to convert, but scraping. Franklin after it.
7:17 to go first half. 2-point game.
The 10 lead. We'll keep track of all these games for you. Let's get you back to Dayton, Ohio. Siena and Ohio State. Vern Lundquist and Bill Raftery.
5:09 to go first half. Ohio State up by 2. Here's P.J. Hill launching a 3.
And Mullen right over the top. Not a good jack there from the wing. That's not what Thad Matta needed. They got some other people who can do those things.
Now Kenny Hasbrook will inbound. Siena Saints in as the 9th seed, highest seed they've ever had. This is their 6th tournament appearance. Usually they've been in that 13, 14, 15 range. Here's Ubelis off the mark. They're still having trouble finding the basket.
Boy, they sure are.
Evan Turner for the Buckeyes of Ohio State. Hill in the corner.
Now, Mullen can really do some damage, I think, if they get it to him. There's Rossiter to play him. Diebler just can't get on track. Oh, not a
what a bad pass.
Yeah.
Wow. Moore. Nice feed. The follow from Franklin. Point blank range, and he couldn't can it.
Wow. Both guys had opportunities.
Hill fouled.
Boy, it's really frustrating when you beat the zone down. You get a good opportunity to finish the deal, and Rossiter challenged. And how about the follow? Everything but terrific sprint, attack, elevation. Coming up empty.
We played all but 4:15 in the first half. That is the 2nd team foul on Siena.
Very clean. Well, both of them played a lot of zone, too.
Yeah. And P.J. Hill at the line.
It is interesting, the more you watch games, an adjustment of putting Hill as a starter. Not that it's a profound influence, but subtle. And things start going, and everybody finds their rhythm. Simmons, comfortable coming in, has, according to Thad, played well. So, not that one has sparkled over the other, but equally demonstrating their ability.
Simmons on for Hill. And it's a 4-point Ohio State lead, 21-17.
Oh, that middle looks inviting, doesn't it?
Nobody's going to go there.
Yeah, and there's a nice screen.
Why not?
Watch why not, because Rossiter with the back screen. And then the simplistic, sent it in.
And the margin once again is 2, 21-19, 3:45 to go. Diebler back outside. They'll work it around the horn. Entry pass Mullins.
Much better pass out.
Yes, indeed. Crisp. Lauderdale, yes. Boy, that's the best possession they've had.
I would agree. Both teams.
Yes.
Don't you think?
Yes.
That had a little pizzazz in it.
Here's Moore. There's the screen from Rossiter. Now that one not so good.
Now, Ubelis going to the corner. Moore thinking he's going to the rim.
3:20 to go first half. We'll be right back.
Now, you saw Ohio State early in the year against West Virginia.
Yes.
And they've gotten a lot better. And I think a lot of it is this zone defense has gotten better. And individually, when you think of the two wings that are solid, Turner and Buford. Because Buford with the 2 fouls, not on the floor now. But they're not playing great offense, are they?
No, not at all. And the same could be said for Siena.
No, they are struggling. They're not ringing a bell.
8 of 28. There's a cut from Diebler. Under 3 to go. Jeremy Simmons.
And they got Moore tagging Diebler. If he gets a catch, a tough shot, but
Bounce
overrun.
right back to Turner. Here's Simmons for 3.
That helps out. Diebler's got more. If they can get him a catch, I think he can plumb bob over the shorter defender.
Loose ball. Picked up by Franklin. And the putback by Rossiter.
And they got a timeout, but there's the potential. Oh, I don't like this. Diebler, hopefully a cramp of some sort. But Rossiter always in the right spot.
Boy, the hush comes over the crowd as Diebler went down.
Hopefully it's like either that shin. Oh boy, oh, that does give. Wow. The recoil alone.
Well, walks with a slight degree of assistance, and they will quickly check that left ankle for John Diebler.
Put that gingerly comment in there, right? Walking gingerly, and you're going to just see here as the Rossiter comes over, and it's not a good arrow. Let's get over here. Right there, that follow through. Hopefully they can attend to it. Maybe just some ice. The trap works.
Ubilis, and it's rejected as it goes up. That was Walter Offit, I think, with the defensive play. Yes,
it was. Well, you've got to finish that, Vern, if you're Siena. Man, it's, you know, you get that opportunity. Ubilis too good not to counter with that. But the slide by defensively, just a solid position setup. Both ways, and he sealed it as well.
Traveling.
Ooh.
This is not a work of art.
No, not really. And like 2 in a row, you've got to be ready. You guys got to be in position. You're going to go over the top, challenge it.
2 minutes to go, first half. 26-21, Ohio State over Siena. Well, here's good news. Diebler's getting ready to come back on the floor.
Yeah, maybe just one of those things that quick impact hurt.
Off the long shot, the high rebound. Ubilis is fouled. He'll shoot free throws.
Hasbrook shaking his head outside. He's just got to relax, let it come to him, and hang tough.
Fouls on number 3, Walter Offit, his first, team's 6th.
Offit with the foul. That's the 6th foul. P.J. Hill is going to join Diebler back on the floor.
You know, when you're struggling, you got to fight your way through the doldrums, and that's what dribbling and driving does for you. Ubilis able to do so many things with the bounce. That's an exciting part of his game. They got to go to that a little bit more.
Well, Diebler back, but wincing a little bit as he walked back on the floor. (26-23) with 1:40 to go.
And let's see Ohio State is ready on the offense.
Low-scoring game here, Midwest region. First round, B.J. Mullins off the glass and good.
How about the catch? And the pass was beautiful by Hill.
Mullins has 6 in his substitute role off the bench. Hasbrook.
And as they get in trouble inside there, but not able to finish again.
Another rebound by Siena on the line.
Well, you don't get much inside. You got to score the first time. You got Lauderdale and Mullins, and the ensuing step out of bounds there. A lot of white shirts around them. Somehow throw it off them or kick it out.
That's 11 first half turnovers for the Saints. Here's Diebler.
Well, he has really not gotten in position to do any damage.
No.
Now they're pointing and shading towards him. Here they come again.
Diebler in the ballgame, 0 for 3. Hill passes on the 3. Mullins takes the baseline jumper, no. Ronald Moore, here comes Siena. Run the floor, Franklin, offense.
Ooh, I'll tell you what. I don't know about that one. Terrific look by Moore. Well, I guess he was set up, though. How you think, a little move?
A little.
Yeah, I'm so conscious of under the rim, you know,
right.
that little. The referees in their mind know if you're too far under, they're not going to give it to you. Bad with the timeout.
That Monte calls timeout. Buckeyes lead by 5. Full house here in Dayton. That fella just flew in, having completed competition in the Iditarod dog track race.
Via New Orleans with the beads, right? Got a little warm weather.
Yeah, it was Mardi Gras in Nome, right?
Now, right now, we need a team playing great offense. And you get together and you think of Siena, Ublis, and Hasbrook 2 for 11. We need them to ring the bell.
Turner, 5 seconds.
Another dead. We got away with one, too.
Well, it's time for some halftime adjustments. That's the end of the half with Ohio State leading 28-23. We'll take you to Greg Gumbel, AT&T at the half after this message and a word from your local station. That fellow did not just return from the Iditarod. Here's the in-game box score powered by CBS College Sports Network. Cable's home for NCAA March Madness. What catches your eye there?
Ublis and Hasbrook really struggling there. 2 for 11 combined, and the team 27%. They got to get going. I just think the zone has been good, but offensively, you know, maybe do some more damage around the rim, get some touches. Lauderdale and Mullins when he comes back in. The rebounding has been incredible for Siena, right?
Look at that, 14 offensive rebounds, and yet 23 points.
Suffering. Ringing the bell.
Ronald Moore has the ball in his hands, number 25. Back outside, Ronald Moore, Diebler.
Nice pass.
Yes, it was. Up and under and good, Ublis.
Basket by Edwin Ublis.
Edwin Ublis gets the first basket of the second half. Siena trailing by 5 at the break. Evan Turner has had a very effective first half of play, and he draws the foul from Rossiter here in the first minute of the second half.
And Vern, he does pry beautifully in the lane and drew the attention, got the body contact. Just a solid guy, but their zone has been terrific, and Siena unable to convert shots. That's been the major issue. The last play, Rossiter with a great feed. They ran a little baseline bump, but somebody's got to step up. You get the feeling like lethargy on both sides. That needs some action, some pushes, some easy baskets.
See the line on Turner. 8 points now, 6 and 5. And it's a 30-25 margin, 19:20 to go. Just underway, second half from Dayton.
And they're running with some man stuff, screening the zone and get more of that open look.
Still can't can it. Getting over the back.
You got it, Ublis.
Siena fouls on number 23, Edwin Ublis.
That's his second. So Buford, who sat much of the first half with 2 fouls, is back on the floor. It's P.J. Hill, Buford, John Diebler, Evan Turner, and Dallas Lauderdale. Starting 5 for the Buckeyes. Here's Diebler, yet to score, and that one's short.
Well, that's not his game at all. He is a terrific open shooter. One of the few early looks. And this should, nice hustle. Buford.
There's Diebler into the corner, back to Buford. Turner a little slow getting down. Lauderdale stops to set the high screen.
Look at this load up by Lauderdale.
Low post. Turner.
Nice.
Oh, you bet.
How about that? That was all set up by a lock low by the big fella and an assist. Loading up. Number 5, I believe, for Turner, right? 6. Excuse me.
Tough to add this time of night.
Well, I'm never good at math. Nice slip.
And a foul. That pass was wonderfully effective.
It sure was. And, you know, it's amazing how much impact Turner can have. You know, he doesn't really need a play to function, and that's what's great. Things break down. He just creates so beautifully.
Alex Franklin at the line.
They're really not doing the little things, are they?
No.
They're making the free throws, and when they get a good opportunity, not sealing it.
1 for 2 this trip. 6-point game, 18-16 to go. A little pressure. Modest. Ubilis is back. P.J. Hill comes right. Buford has it.
Fran McCaffrey likes to put these little wrinkles in and then back it up and get set.
P.J. Hill with the find to Buford underneath.
What a nice cut and a great acknowledgement. This looks better. Push, but again, not able to finish it.
That one is going to be a foul on Evan Turner.
Oh, that was quick, taking advantage, and that can punish them. Just a beautiful little understanding of when to cut. You can just see Ubilis caught facing the ball, unable to close, and then the quick counter.
34-26. Well, this is the first round encounter. Midwest region down in Miami. Arizona advances. Controversial inclusion into the NCAA. They justified that selection. And Wake Forest, Cleveland State. Last we checked, Cleveland State was up in that one.
How about that, huh? Gary Waters doing a terrific job. What an exciting game earlier in the year against Syracuse. Remember the three-quarter court shot? Bang.
Yes.
Get behind with a sleep crying that night.
Jim Boeheim has not forgotten it. And Cleveland State leading by 9 at the half.
A nice job by Rossiter closing the door there. That is great. He had to play Lauderdale, the big body, and then slip off and anticipate. And this is just great. Standing tall, making himself bigger.
Ubilis in the corner. P.J. Hill picks him up. Hasbrook. Saved by Buford. Nice play.
Sure
He's
was.
got Diebler to the right, and he can't control the dribble. It is out of bounds. Touched last by Ronald Moore.
I'll tell you what, that was one of those that could have gone the other way. A lot of hands involved in that particular play.
Clarence Jackson's going to re-enter the game for Kenny Hasbrook.
Do you feel there's more of a sense of urgency by both teams?
A little bit.
It looks like
it's
like picking up. The juices are starting to flow, Vern.
A lot at stake. Second round match against Louisville. The Cardinals.
They looked good, didn't they?
I spent enough time in this part of the country not
to say it right.
Louisville, yes. P.J. Hill. Tracked down by Buford. Jumper from the baseline. Good.
That's his. I love his game. He's got a nice middle game. Look at this kid scoop.
Buford has 9.
Where are you going?
Lauderdale. 15 Siena turnovers. Diebler, no. Still looking for his first basket of the evening.
And the house knows his ability. They were waiting. Look at this underneath Lauderdale on Rossiter.
My gracious.
Well, Lauderdale is one of those guys that can let you know that he's around. That's a little bit of a takedown. That's in the Blair Thabit category, don't you think?
Yes, almost. What prompted that?
And they're going to look at the monitor. I think a little frustrated because he does a terrific job, and now referee's trying to get that monitor to go over there, trying to see what type of foul should be determined here. You know, whether it was extensive force. I don't know. What do you think? I think just a regular foul, don't you? I mean, I know it was strong arming and letting people know you're there, but I don't think it was of the flagrant variety.
Look at this one. Look what's going on at the bench. Mata came up and tried to talk to the two officials, and Fran McCaffrey came down and said, "What's going on here?"
Exactly. He wants his piece.
And Mata backed away with both hands up, saying, "No, no, 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 not me." And so they still haven't made a determination. Mike Kitts is talking to McCaffrey here. Take another look at it. You said a regular foul. I'd say an irregular foul.
Yeah, well, I know it's a strong arm foul. There's no question about it, Vern. And let's just see what the officials do call. You know, it's just it's not like a bow across the chest or the neck or anything like that. I think it's just like two big guys and maybe a little extra pizzazz, and that's what they did.
You win the debate.
Well, not that I'm right.
No.
I didn't think it was vicious. Unattractive.
Like this game.
Yeah, very much so. They're just struggling.
Well, here's the Blair and the Beat confrontation. Much discussed. The Beat sat on the bench for a while, and DeJuan Blair dominated that game. That was the game in which he had 22 and 23 rebounds. And there's the basket.
Finally, well, he's able to ring the bell.
That cuts the margin to 6.
You know, it's interesting. That little takedown could ignite somebody, too. And we'll start getting involved into this thing.
Jumper, Buford. Rebound, Rossiter. Siena with a little spark. That foul was checked to see whether it was a flagrant foul. Deemed not so. It was on Lauderdale, number 52. Ronald Moore, number 25. 36-30 with 15:50 to go.
They keep it nice.
Oh, beauty.
Pretty pass, huh, too? Franklin with the extra look. Of course, the Siena fans are mad they wiped it out. Refs can't win sometimes, right?
Tough business, huh?
Yeah.
Big 12 still undefeated. Big East 6-1. Pac-10 5-1. Take a look at the bottom line. Eye of the Tiger played 98 times in the first 2 days of the tournament. They'd be well over 100, but we had Tennessee here, and they played Rocky Top 47 times.
Our Google boy's right on top of those numbers, huh?
Oh, goodness. Ronald Moore, number 25. Jackson's on the floor. Franklin, Rossiter, and Franklin.
We'll play the shooters, outside. And Ruby's got 3 for 1 earlier. See if they can reverse it and get him involved.
Rossiter. Quick hands of Evan Turner.
And a nice follow. Got himself a little bit bigger by extending.
P.J. Hill will walk it up. Largest lead of the game was 9.
Not a good gamble.
Hill. B.J. Mullins wants it, gets it, puts it in.
How about that? Nice pass to the outside hand by Hill. The drop step by the big fella.
From the corner, Jackson. Nope. P.J. Hill with the board. Here's Hill, Ronald Moore doing battle. Kenny Hasbrook on the bench for a long time. He's been ineffective tonight. The senior for Siena. Mullins has 8 off the bench. Turner for 3.
Whoa! And how about Mullen with the turn and kick opposite Fred McCaffrey. Timeout necessary, down 11. The big guy with a great kick. And Turner with the knockdown. How about this for just a drop step? That dictates what you do. And then once you get it in the middle, find somebody. Nylon Evan turning it on.
Buckeyes have opened up an 11-point lead, helped in no small measure by the 29% field goal percentage of Siena. Look at the huge offensive rebound edge, but not helpful.
And Evan Turner, just a magnificent game, and just solid on all ends of the floor. And Hasbrook back on the floor number. He's got to start contributing. This one's going to get away from him.
Now, Kenny Hasbrook has not had an effective night. He's picked up by Walter Offit now and takes, oh boy, that was way outside.
And quick, too. You know, just one of those trying to get untracked. You've got to get to the free throw line some nights where you create some damage off the dribble or use a screen just to get your psyche going.
Hasbrook 0 for 5 from the field tonight. Here's Walter Offit. Right side, Diebler, entry pass. B.J. Mullins. 14 to go. From the corner. Still not there.
Nice help on a read by Franklin.
Ronald Moore, boy, he is quick, Bill.
He is, he's a jet.
Moore, nice feed, Rossiter no, and a foul called on P.J. Hill.
He was always in the right spot, Rossiter.
Recognized foul on number 4, P.J. Hill, his second.
Evan Turner
team
is
sixth.
working on a triple-double. This is the list of all-time triple-doubles. Took the bottom one. Dwayne Wade, you and I were lucky enough to watch that game. Marquette defeated Kentucky and went to the Final Four with that victory.
How good was that? Keith Bogans was on that team for Kentucky.
And injured that day.
Yeah, Tom Crean all the way to New Orleans.
Must seem a distant memory to Tom right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Struggling at Indiana, but he will get it done.
Absolutely.
Rossiter. And Tom Crean is trying to clean up a mess and didn't.
No better guy to do it, though. And he suffered this year, but his kids played. I mean, every trip he goes. How about that?
Well,
nice
there's a throwdown.
A nice trap. Wait, now, that kid said they got a timeout before the foul. And what a tough play. Well, that's the rule. Wow. Great read by Dan Mata. Saved himself one. That saved his team of possession there. Let's see if Siena can tighten it up.
Jeremy Simmons, who played
nice deflection.
Oh, yes.
Nice pass.
Ubelis on the break. Oh, no.
Wow. Just how about this?
Rossiter with the interception. Rossiter up, blocked. Hasbrook.
There you go.
Finally.
That maybe you can get yourself involved a little bit. Too good to be struggling.
Cuts the margin to 7. And boy, that's a cheapie. Ronald Moore gets caught with a little reach.
Those little nickel-dimers hurt. But how about the deflection by Ubelis and the kick out? Hasbrook gets it to him, but that back rim just, sometimes they ignite fast breaks, but Rossiter saved it at the other end.
Jeremy Simmons. Walter off it. And Evan Turner. From the corner.
What a great check out, huh? And Mullen trying to load up.
Ronald Moore, chance to carve it to 5. And if they do so, they'll do it at the line.
They got a lot of moxie, these kids. Moore coming down there with a lot of confidence. Wonderful recognition. Got the ball inside to Franklin. A little hang time.
Foul on Mullins, his second. Franklin at the line. And he'll shoot a pair.
Ohio State has to decide now, are they going to attack this pressure? Go over the top, see if they can get to the rim, or be passive and run their set.
Alex Franklin gets one at the line, and that cuts the margin now. It was an 11-point Ohio State lead, but Siena has gotten some back. Another turnover. No.
Right now, buy one.
Wait for it.
No numbers.
Oh, they got the foul. Oh.
No foul call.
I thought there was a reach in on that.
In for the Buckeyes, William Buford along with.
And Thad Matta's going to take Offit and Simmons out. P.J. Hill is back on the floor. So let's check now defensively for Ohio State. Mullins, Buford, P.J. Hill, Diebler, and Evan Turner. Ubelis gives it off to Ronald Moore.
They got an overload on the other side if they want it for Hasbrook. Good quick pass.
Hasbrook, he calls for it in the corner. Now Diebler comes with the help. Mullins caught outside. Entry pass. Franklin brings it back out, works up and under and in.
How effective was that? They didn't follow him to the foul line, then they eventually did. He put it on the deck and blew by. Rossiter. Yep.
On the deck, called for the foul. 4-point game. Time called. This is Jeffrey Hasbrook, a victim of MS. Was wheelchair bound when his son Kenny was only 4 years old. He's a Vietnam vet. And when Kenny Hasbrook was recruited by Fran McCaffrey, the first question he asked is, how about disadvantaged availability, accessibility in Siena. And that was the first question he asked. His mom and dad, his mom Deborah, have made the 6-hour drive from their home to Albany almost every home game.
The regulars up there, because it was a Pepsi Center years ago, and the fans and the students and everybody rallies around them. Just a great story. And 6 hours, that's some trip. They had the weather in there on occasion.